Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو حي لا يموت بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرًا ونذيرًا بين يدي الساعة المبعوث إلى الأسود والأحمر والمنعوت بشرح الصدر ورفع الذكر وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. إن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، individuals, communities, leaders, basically there are two types. One, those who are reactive, a situation, a crisis arise, they address that. Then there are those who plan ahead and plan for future. But a comprehensive leader and ideal communities are those which has the capability of both. Even just being proactive is not enough. You plan things, but it's possible that only Allah's plan work. It's possible that a crisis or situation arises. So in management books, it's not that all the time proactive leader, proactive communities and individuals, they are successful. They should also have the capability to deal with the crisis. But in ideal situation, the best leaders and best individuals and communities, they definitely plan ahead, they are forward looking, they are progressive, and they plan. And in this respect, whenever we have to look for any example, we always go back to the best leader for the whole mankind till the day of judgment, for our role model, Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And there are some similarities, particularly for us who are very small minority in this country. Most of us sitting over here, I can see from the faces just that probably more than 80% are, maybe even more, that those who are themselves first generation immigrants, they are new in the community, or even their children, there's a second generation. Most of the people around us. Now we can draw some examples from the life of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in every situation. When Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam moved to Medina, Muslims were in minority. There was close to 150 among the Muhajirin and pretty much same number among the Ansar. In Medina and in the vicinity of Medina, Muslims were not in majority in the beginning. So much so that even after 1 year when Badr happened, every able-bodied person was supposed to join, and there were only 313. We can imagine that that was the total number. So a minority, it's a new immigrant people, and there were some in the society, in the Ansar, who accepted a new religion, new way of life. At that time, this is the perfect leader that Prophet ﷺ, he gave some instructions. And Abdullah bin Sam radiallahu anhu, who even before accepting Islam was a very well-versed, well-respected Jewish scholar. He was very well-versed in the scripture and all the teachings of the prophets. And his description, we don't have time, that how he described when he saw the first glance, he saw the face of the Prophet ﷺ, he said that this could not be face of a person who lies. This is the face of a truthful person. And he described the first speech, first instruction of Prophet ﷺ for the greatest revolution in the history of mankind, not only for one particular period till the day of judgment. That change which Prophet ﷺ brought, and that's the beginning of that change. Those instructions, we can draw a lot of lessons from them. He ﷺ said, and it has been narrated in different ways, Ayyuhan nas afshus salam. And he continued, Watimut tam wasilul arham wasallu fil layli wan nasu niyam. This very brief instructions, a brief speech. First thing, afshus salam. Of course, one literal meaning, understanding that saying assalamu alaikum, spread peace. But Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whatever he says, and this is also the beauty of the Quran and the saying of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that in few words a very comprehensive message is given. Spread peace. Bring harmony in the community. It's not just, of course, saying assalamu alaikum is one thing. Bring people closer. Spread this message, which is from Allah's name is one, Al-Malikul Quddus Salam. invite people to the place of eternal peace, and the name of Jannah is Darus Salam. This our deen, this message is message of peace. So spread peace, that includes dawah, inviting people, and that includes bringing harmony among the people. That excludes automatically, when you say that bring peace among the community, that stay away from all those activities which can create problem, from the backbiting, from wishing any harm to anyone else. The one who want to bring peace and harmony in the community, want to bring people closer, that individual and that community, that society, that everybody would be staying away from those habits which can create issues and problems. And that's the foundation of any prosperous community. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, we know that his famous story, that going through all tribulations, all difficulties and challenges and sacrifices, then he built the house of worship, and while he is completing that with his son, then he made some dua. There are many. One of them is that he is asking for peace and prosperity, and then he is asking for the well-being and the sustenance and the risk. So peace and prosperity in a community is the first condition for the success of the community. So Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his first instruction for us till the day of judgment, that we should be known, and we will be known from our actions as a people who are an asset to the society, who are the doer of the good, who bring khair in the society. Just saying the word of peace is not enough, that our actions should testify and should be witness. That's the first thing. Second, watemuttam. Of course, that somebody hungry, you feed him, but it's bigger than that. The Islamic concept of charity, Islamic concept of infaq, what is that? That whatever we are blessed with, it is not out of our merit. It is Allah's neema, it's His bounty. It is from Him, and there are rights of the others. You have to fulfill those rights. Prophet ﷺ said just few words, but it's bigger than that, that the believers are one who have this built in. This is part of our belief, that, and that's two fundamental things coming close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That one is we strengthen our relationship with Him through zikr, through prayer. And second, we strengthen our relationship by continuously teaching ourselves. We even tend to forget ourselves, and then displaying that through action in the society, that whatever the worldly wealth, our children wealth, sustenance, that is not forever, that is a bounty and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we have to share with the others. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ. And then right after that, and time and again, Quran has mentioned these things, as-salat and as-zakat. Why? That one part is our worship. Time and again, what is salat? That's continuous mention. And whom we are talking to? We are talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but whom we are telling? To ourselves. From Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen to Iyyaka na'budu wa Iyyaka nasta'een. At every level, whenever we are reciting, we are making any zikr, we are mentioning the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that also we are telling ourselves that we are so insignificant. We have a creator, we have to worship Him, we have to submit to Him, we have to bow to Him, all our trust is with Him, we fear Him, and we live every moment of our life to please Him according the way which He has given to us through the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the second, that zakah, it's not just giving 2.5% at the end of the year. That's the whole thing, that we continuously detach ourselves from the love of this dunya. At the same time, a dunya mazaratul akhirah, we should be very clear that this is the dunya where we have to work, where we have to make effort. So when we even earning our living in halal manner, in the manner which has been given to us, which has been explained to us in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the explanation of the book, Sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the explanation of those teaching. It itself is rewarding, but our heart should not be attached to it. These are the means toward the hereafter. So, afshus salam watimuttam. So feeding people around us, giving to foods to someone, it's in actual meaning, but more than that, it's symbolical that believers are the one which are at the giving end. As a society, as a community, they are the one who in the society, through their good actions, through their work of khair and goodness, they are known in the society as a people who are an asset, not a liability. And then Prophet ﷺ continued to build a strong community, a healthy society. The foundation of the society is a family. Wasilul arham. 3 principles, and the last one, and there's a reason he mentioned at the end, and I explained that the 3 fundamental things to build a healthy, prosperous society, community, and of course the nation and the whole global society is built upon these 3 things. The third thing is family. And Islamic concept of family is not, and we have to be very clear about it, that modern nucleus family. Rather, it's extended family. There are rights of the parents, and they have the first right. There are rights of children, rights of spouses, rights of extended your uncles and aunties and your cousins, and then your neighbors. This is the whole set of rights, and that Prophet ﷺ said that strengthen that family. And how you strengthen the family? By paying those rights in proactive manner. It's not that others have to ask for their rights, rather you plan and actively you take care of your parents, from being obedient and respectful to them. You take care of your children from the very early on. Even you plan your marriage, you plan with the intention that you're looking for a spouse who can be helpful in raising pious, and those children who are on their deen. Intention to begin with is to teach them deen, to earn halal living for them, to provide them all the necessary means. Our job is to make the efforts, and our intention should be that we will make maximum possible efforts that we provide a conducive, dignified environment for our children. If we are lazy in that, we are not fulfilling our responsibility. Somebody came to Sayyidina Umar complaining about his son, and then Sayyidina Umar, rather than he questioned to his father that what did you do? Did you fulfill all those rights? So strengthening the family is the fundamental block, and that's one of the major challenge we are facing right now. The whole concept of the family is being changed. And I cannot emphasize this point much, that for us who are a very small minority in this country, we feel when we are together in our masajid, we see thousands of people together, or even few hundred, we think that mashallah we are so many, and we waste most of our time in our internal issues and quarrels and unnecessary arguments within our community are solving the problem back home in Bangladesh and Indonesia and Pakistan and Africa, wasting time over there, wasting time of Of course, we have to be concerned about the issues over there, or sometimes wasting unnecessary argument for the things over here, and taking lot of time, which is, time is limited. If out of 24 hours we are wasting few hours for unnecessary, a believer should be concerned. Our heart should be for our brothers and sisters in every part of the world. But if we are strong over here and we are doing these three things over here, Afshu Salam, that we are making dawah, we are known in the society as the people who are bringing harmony in the community, who are doer of good. We are doing these services through our social services, our masajid, and our communities are known as the places of khair, and our families are strong, we will be strong over here. And if we are strong over here, our voices will be heard. And we will be helpful, not only will be able to build a strong futuristic community over here, our voices will be heard for the issues of Gaza and Kashmir and in the Burma and in the Africa and in the Yemen. We will be more helpful to our brothers and sisters even in the other parts of the world if we are strong over here, if we are focused over here. And that's what we learned from the life of Prophet ﷺ, that when he moved to Medina, the day he moved to Medina, he is progressive and futuristic leader. He laid down those principles, he gave those instructions that these are the things you have to do. If you do that, you will be successful. To do all these three things, what we need internal motivation. We need that spiritual strength. We need that sincerity. Where that sincerity would come? We are weak people. We are created with desires and lusts. And we have an enemy on a declared mission. We have enemy within and enemy outside who is on a declared mission to sway us, to make us astray. For that we have to have strong relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the last instruction of the Prophet ﷺ, and there's the wisdom and hikmah, he put it at the last, although prayer always comes first. وَصَلُّوا فِي اللَّيْلِ, that make prayers at night when other people are asleep. What's a hikmah in that? Fard prayer are most important than the nawafil. The hikmah is that when we are making Allah's zikr, when we are making prayer, and making any good deed for that matter, when nobody else is watching, that's most sincere moments. Those are the moments. It's possible that when we are doing other good actions, we are making prayer, fard prayer, and let's be clear about it. Making fard prayer is more important than the nafal prayer. You can miss the nafal, you cannot miss the fard. It's not that Prophet ﷺ said that that's most important, but the hikmah over there is that make some of the actions, some of the deeds when nobody else is watching. And those are the deeds which will make your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stronger. Because it's more likely that those will be the most sincere moments. When you are crying, nobody else knows, only to your Creator, that, oh Allah, I am weak. All my hopes are with you. All my trust is with you. The saints, although we repeat time and again, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in, this is part of our belief that we ask for His help. But when we are just talking to Him, nobody else is watching, there will be high level of taqwa. And of course, that leads to the highest level of taqwa, which is ihsan, that we are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as we are seeing Him. And even in the other actions, even if in the charity and all that. So the hikmah is that we have to do these three things. We have to do the work of dawah, we have to spread this message, we have to share the blessings with the others in very generous manner. Not showing as a favor to others, favor to the community or to our relatives or those whom we are feeding or providing any other needs, rather doing it as a responsibility, that it's their right, we have to fulfill their right, and strengthening the ties of the community by fulfilling all the rights. To do all these things in very sincere manner, and as they say, to fulfill the rights of these responsibilities, we have to have that strong relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He grant us that connection and that relationship, that talaq billah, that which give us that highest level of sincerity and wisdom and hikmah to live up to our responsibilities and building a strong community for our futures of our children over here, and at the same time being strong enough that when we do these good actions, our communities are strong, our voices are heard, and we are able to make some difference in the life of our brothers and sisters around the world. وَقُولُوا قَوْلِي هَذَا أَسْتَغْفِرُ اللَّهَ لِي وَلَكُمْ وَلِسَائِرِ الْمُسْلِمِينَ إِنَّهُ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ. Alhamdulillah kafa wassalatu wassalamu ala ibadillazina istafa inna Allaha malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. There is a very important announcement. When Prophet ﷺ moved to Medina, first thing he did was build a masjid. And masjid was not just a place of prayer, rather it was community center, it was a family center, it was the, as we can say that the state capital. Every action, everything related to the community. So there's a very important dinner which will be held on May 21st at 5 p.m. And I guess there may be more information in your WhatsApp groups outside in the posters. Please make sure you attend yourself, you bring your friends and families, and whatever the necessary protocols, you follow them. But it's very important that we become the part of our communities, that most responsible person, that everybody should behave, that I'm Imam of the Masjid, I'm CEO of the Masjid, this is my responsibility. We stand up even others fails. So this is the way we should need to take our responsibilities. Another announcement I want to make, that this is for our communities, it's very important that we show the display of our unity and our strength. And one of that is the ICNA convention, which is just next week. More than 25,000 people and families attend that, and these are the opportunities for our children, for our families to learn, interact with the scholars and see that conducive environment. Just few days attendance for children give them lifetime impact of seeing that and those teaching. So those information that also will be there. So please be part of these activities. Take the responsibility, feel that you are the person. If everybody else is just neglecting, I'm the person, even if I'm the last person, that I have to stand up, and from our local masjid, from our local school to our national and international activity, wherever we feel that I can pitch in, we should step up and make it our first priority. And inshallah, with this, we hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with His mercy and blessing, will make this country a safe place for our children, where they will live in dignity, respect, and most importantly, with Islamic identity as productive citizens and proud Muslims. You know that no Muslim armies went in Indonesia, Malaysia, all that region, the largest Muslim country. It was the individuals who went there for business, for trade, but it was their conduct. They established the masajid, they established the places of khair, they established the work of social services, as in today's term, and what happened, that a positive change in the society. So these are the things which we can draw from the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, which I mentioned in the beginning. Ibadullah, rahimakumullah, inna Allah ya'muru bil adl wal ihsan wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkari wal baghi ya'izukum la'allakum tadhakkarun. Uzkurullah yazkurukum waduhu yastajib lakum. Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Rabbana hab lana min azwajina wa dhurriyyatina qurrata a'yun waj'alna lil muttaqina imama. Allahumma arina al-haqqa haqqan warzuqna ittiba'ah wa arina batila batilan warzuqna ijtinaba. اللهم انصر من نصر دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم واجعلنا منهم، واخذل من خذل دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا تجعلنا معهم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. وأقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
استووا تراصوا واعتدلوا صلوا صلاة مودع. Straighten line please from the gap, schools to one another. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين، إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. إن الأبرار يشربون من كأس كان مزاجها كافورا، عينا يشرب بها عباد الله يفجرونها تفجيرا، يوفون بالنذر ويخافون يوما كان شره مستطيرا، ويطعمون الطعام على حبه مسكينا ويتيما وأسيرا، إنما نطعمكم لوجه الله لا نريد منكم جزاء ولا شكورا. الله. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين، إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. إنما
نطعمكم لوجه الله لا نريد منكم جزاء ولا شكورا إنا نخاف من ربنا يوما عبوسا قمطريرا فوقاهم الله شر ذلك اليوم ولقاهم نضرة وسرورا وجزاهم بما صبروا جنة وحريرا متكئين فيها على الأرائك لا يرون فيها شمسا ولا زمهريرا ودانية عليهم ظلالها وذللت قطوفها تذليلا ويطاف عليهم بآنية من فضة وأكواب كانت قوارير من فضة وسقاهم ربهم شرابا طهورا الله سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to your masjid on this lovely day, the 19th. The Islamic Association of Raleigh is dedicated to expanding its programs and offerings for the community. We wholeheartedly extend an invitation to you, your family, and friends to join us this Sunday in supporting our appeal by donating towards the construction of IAR's second campus. Together, we can create a thriving center that'll serve our community and leave a lasting impact for generations to come. Featuring esteemed guest speaker Imam Siraj Wahaj and a delightful dinner. This Sunday, starting at 5 p.m. at the Paramount event venue in Morrisville. We look forward to welcoming you. You're invited to join us tonight after Maghrib prayer for Family, Faith, and Future with Brother Maqsood Ahmad, CEO of ICNA Relief. You and your family are also invited to attend Sunday Suhbah this Sunday after Asr. Bring your family and friends. Archery, draw, aim, fire! a 4-week beginners program, Saturdays starting tomorrow from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Registration is $100 per person, and an intermediate program will also be offered afterwards. To register and find more info, go to raleighmasjid.org/archery. IAR Women's Committee invites sisters age 18 and older to the annual Sisters Tea Party. Join us for an evening full of surprises, fun activities, knowledge, and much more. Registration is $20 per person. Free babysitting is available for kids 3 to 7 years old. Sunday, May 28th from 3 to 7 p.m. The newest educational program at IAR is here. Join us Tuesdays after Maghrib for a class titled In the Shade of the Quran, discussing building an Islamic personality through Quranic tarbiyah. Your Masjid's Umrah team is excited to announce our first summer break Umrah retreat for families and college students from August 4th through the 13th. You can watch a highlight video from the March Umrah via the online newsletter. Your Masjid is hiring. Positions are available from office manager, cleaning positions, and internships. Find out more info and apply at raleighmasjid.org/careers. Jazakumullahu khairan. Enjoy your week. Wassalamu alaikum.